That is a Washburn HB35, which stands for hollow body. Although she's not really fully hollow, she's what's called semi-hollow. So these two wings here, you can see into the guitar, you can see that it's hollow, but the center cap down here, that is a maple center block, and that's where the tailpiece, the bridge, and the pickups are all screwed into and routed. That's where they go. And those sides being hollow is what gives her that big resonant sound she's got. She's got a bigger body as well, so that air gets to move and really vibrate through the wood before it goes out. And even with the pickups being electronic, you still get that sense of resonance, and it really builds up to the sound she has. It's a massive, massive, warm sound. She's not the clearest, definitely not the brightest, but she's got a depth to her sound that I don't have with any other guitar. Even ones that are fully hollow, like my acoustics. There's something about the way that she's built that is unlike any other guitar I've ever had. And I've found her at a guitar shop I went to for years called KO Music. It's on 29 and North Avenue. And every time I would go in, she'd be hanging straight off from the door on the wall, top rack. And I would always pick her, and I would pick the same amp that I used the other day down there. The combo of the two, just, you couldn't beat it. You know, they sounded so well together. And I would go in every week for my practices and my lessons, and she'd be there, and I'd pick her up, and we'd play around until it's time to go in my lessons. And I'd actually use her for lessons too, just because I was already there. And one day I went in, and I always considered, maybe I'll just buy it, maybe I'll pick it up. But at the time, I wasn't making a ton of money, so it didn't make sense for me. But I walked in one day, and she wasn't hanging on the wall, and my heart sank, and I was like, oh my God. So I walked over to the counter, and I said, hey, where's the big black guitar? And the guy said, oh, well, it's in the back. We're doing a restring. We got to put it back on the wall. And I said, no, just gimme. I'll buy it. I want to take it home. And anytime I've ever bought a guitar that I knew was right, I've never had a regret. And even at the time, I didn't have a ton of money, but I knew that it was my guitar. So when I bought it, there was no second guessing it. There was no question about it. I just had to have her. So I brought her home, and it's been a guitar that I can't get anyone else to sound like. The tone that I used for this song, the song itself, the emotions that came out of it, no other guitar sounds like her. And she's not the most expensive guitar either. She's a company that, they've got a decent reputation, but they're not upwards in the guitar world. They're not like Fenders or Gibsons, but there are some Fenders and Gibsons that I've played that are not like her. They don't sound like her. They don't sound as good as she does. So at the end of the day, it's got to come down to the connection. I find if you're a musician and you're playing an instrument, if you don't have a connection to your instrument, people hear that. People pick up on the distance between you and the instrument. It's such a crazy thing to me, because if you put enough time and care and love into an instrument, you can make a not expensive instrument sound amazing if you know it and you spent time with it. Like if I wanted a guitar that was great for really clear bell-like tones or really great high response or good trebles or higher mids, I wouldn't use Jet, because that's not the sound she has. But when I want the sound she has, nothing comes close. No other guitar I have even holds a dime to it. She's just got that area covered. And there are some guitar companies that I've tried that people love that I don't care for. I can't play them. I can't get good sounds out of them. And I've seen other people pick up the exact same guitar and sound amazing. Just not for me, And you got to know that about yourself. You got to know what you like and what you don't like and what you can use and what you can't use. Otherwise, you're going to be set back in the long run, I find. Because if you don't know what your own strengths and weaknesses are, how are you supposed to get anything done? The emotion, it kind of came out of just letting her dictate where the song was going to go. I let myself kind of get out of the way, because I had tried recording the song before, and it was bluesy, and it was a bit southern sounding, and it was forced. It wasn't authentic. And when I got out of the way and just let her do her thing, there was this moment where I hit two notes on accident, and they just rang out forever. And it was just such a great moment. Like in the beginning of the song here, if you go way over to the beginning and you just solo the guitars, you can even hear just I'm just kind of hitting the body of it to just kind of make it vibrate, and then I just accidentally happen to hit the notes, and they're what came out. You know, there's just this noise. And there's the notes. And it came out of itself, you know? I didn't plan on it. The notes just kind of happened. And when they happened, I just followed them with what I knew from music theory. And I just let the song go. And it's just got that big sound, like you can't escape it. You can only just get swallowed up in it and let it, you know, just wash over you. And I can't do that with any other guitar I have. I could plug the same tone into a different guitar and it wouldn't sound like that. You know?